Hello. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about crisis survival skills. And actually, we're just going to kind of go and do an overview of what crisis is and our options during a crisis. I want to start by apologizing and saying, no, I'm not actually going to apologize because I'm pretty sure that the FAST skill says no unnecessary apologies. Maybe we'll talk about that another day. Maybe we won't. If you're a DBT nerd like myself, you might have got my joke. I think I'm funny. Anyways, I'm tired. It's day COVID, friggin' whatever. I don't know. So I'm going to do my best here and I'm going to try to just shoot through this because recording seems to mess up my mind. So first, we'll start with what a crisis is. And that is any situation, event, emotion, experience that is short term, meaning won't last forever. We can anticipate an end. And we can anticipate that the end will be reasonably close. So we could probably foresee what the end is going to be. And for COVID, check. It's not going to last forever. It's going to evolve and change, and the new normal we will have to adjust to, and we're probably going to need to use some reality acceptance strategies on the other side of this. But for right now, we are in the middle of crisis because it is something short term, it is highly stressful, and it causes us to want to act. There's an urge to do something. So if you notice, wow, this situation is really stressful. Thank goodness it's not going to last forever. What can I do? I've got to do something. If that's kind of your thoughts, you are in crisis, my friends. You're welcome. Awesome. I'm really glad. I'm sure you're glad you know that now officially. So we can also have overlapping crises. Like last week, I think I had like 12 crises before Wednesday. So you can have multiple, and that makes it extra super duper fun, but all the more important to practice your skills. So I have given you guys a couple skills last week, but this week I kind of just want to dial it back and give you some foundation. So when we have a crisis, something short-term, highly stressful, makes us want to do something, then we actually have 4 options, which is kind of nice because then we don't have to deal with choice overload. Because realistically, when crisis happens, our mind is going to find like 5,000 things we could do. I could do this or this or this, and then we try to figure out which one is going to not make the bad thing worse or whatever. So I want you guys to like dial it back first and go, okay, before I do anything, I need to really be intentional about what I'm going to do by asking myself, first, do I want to choose to make the situation worse? And when I first learned that language, it bothered me a little bit. I said, I'm not choosing to make it worse. But the truth is, it's become sort of my favorite language because we do get to choose whether we're going to make something worse or not. If I am in the middle of crisis and I want to scream at my child, I made a choice. I chose to yell. I chose to cause damage. I chose to cause distance. And now I have 2 crises because now I've got an upset child and I've been a parent I don't want to be and still got coronavirus. So it's helpful that we take some ownership and we realize that I have choice in making it worse or not making it worse. And so much of the time when I'm counseling patients, it is because their go-to during crisis is involuntary and they choose, even unknowingly, to make the situation worse. And part of the goal through therapy, through mindfulness, is to create a pause between the stimulus and the response. So crisis occurs, pause, analyze, choose my response. Because for most of us, it's crisis response. And then later we unpack it and go, crap, that was a terrible idea. So the first is, do I want to make the situation worse? Are the actions or choices I'm about to engage in going to make it worse? And if you do not want to make it worse, don't do that thing because we still have 3 other options. Second option I have is to fix it. Oh my goodness. We sometimes forget that we could fix it. We have this crisis response, we end up making it worse when we really could have solved it. Some of the most painful lessons I've ever walked people through is when they have to realize that it was their choices that actually made the problem worse, and it was within their power to make it better. Ugh. So slow down, be intentional about your choice, and see if you can fix it. If you can, winner, winner, chicken dinner, move on. You have solved a crisis, and you may now have cupcake, or whatever you're gonna celebrate with. So we went through and we went, I don't want to make it worse. Darn it, I can't fix coronavirus. I can't make it go away. Then I really only have 2 options left. And the first option is to change my attitude about it. I can look at things in a different way. I can do things with my own mindset to like slow it down, to maybe change the way that I feel about something. We'll get there to that skill later. But then lastly, where I think I've been lately is I just need to survive it. And to me, what surviving it means is I envision that I'm out on a pirate ship in the middle of this crazy ocean storm, and there is nothing I can do about it. I can't yell at the waves and make them stop. I can't quiet the wind. Instead, the best thing I can do right now is to lash myself to the mast and hold on for dear life. Just try to get through this without making it worse is really the goal. So this weekend, I definitely lashed myself to the mast to just survive the sea of emotions I was experiencing, and the fatigue and the crazy chaos of everything that occurred last week. So I just stopped myself from making it worse. And then Monday I showed up at work and I grew a 7th head and I realized, you are making it worse. Stop talking. So I'm not saying that you have to have all the answers. And I'm not saying you have to know what to do after that, but it is very, very helpful for you to remind yourself that those 4 options are on the table anytime you're in crisis. And it is ideal if you can take a moment and really decide. And you're going to have to redecide, because at no point have I decided, you know what sounds cool? I want to make this worse. No, I haven't consciously chosen it, but my actions come out and they can make it worse. They have made it worse. So I have had to stop myself multiple times and go, will this make it worse? And if it will, then I don't engage in it. And what I've had to do a lot is just to do nothing. And I will teach you guys a skill very soon to help with that. I'm just trying to keep these videos like a little bit short. So for today, just assess your crisis, identify that you're in crisis, and then pick which option you want. And you're pretty smart cookies. I'm sure for right now, if the option is just to survive it, you get the gist. Do something that helps you manage this storm without creating a bigger storm. Do this without creating problems with your partner, without creating problems with your, if you're trying to lose weight, don't go eat a gallon of ice cream. If you stop smoking, don't pick up a pack of cigarettes. And really kind of lens that. Is the choice I'm about to make going to help me survive this crisis, make it worse? Again, fix it. Awesome. High five. And I'll help you with the change your attitude about it on another day. So for today, thanks for joining. This is my first installment, I hope, of Instagram TV. Thanks for joining. Please message me if something's helpful or if you want something, because some days I don't know what to talk about, and your messages really help me figure out what to talk about. So happy COVID, everyone. Thanks for joining. Bye.